Well, undercover agents hit the streets charging more than 64 people in Spartanburg County. There's their mugshot you saw. The sheriff's office dubbed it Operation Winter Blues. The sheriff, who had some strong words to say this afternoon in a news conference, says the operation netted pounds of pills, meth, and heroin. And
Fox Carolina's Kayla Conboy joins us live from outside the sheriff's office. So, Kayla, how did they track down all of those people?
More than 100 deputies and lots of community tips. The sheriff says they started this roundup with a 5-gallon bucket filled to the top with all tips from around the county.
3 posters covered in mugshots, and Sheriff Chuck Wright says they aren't done making arrests. He says this is just a small drop in the bucket.
Ain't no hoping. We'll catch them. You know, and when you see people here that don't have these yellow stickies on them, those are the people we're still looking for. So, you know, if you know where they are, and let me tell you, if you hide them and we're looking for them and we figure it out, there's a charge for you too.
So far, they have 64 people, 119 warrants, and more drugs than they can count.
64 people have a handful of drugs. Put that in a bucket, that's about a half a gallon, you know, a half of a 5-gallon bucket full of drugs. It adds up. And one handful will serve 20 people on getting high. That's a bunch of people.
He says drugs have always been one of their biggest problems in Spartanburg, blaming a weak criminal justice system.
Enough's enough. We are going to continue to fight the war on drugs. And the winning part, we'll let everybody else decide who's the winner. But that has nothing to do with the fight we're going to bring to them.
But he says putting them in jail and keeping them there isn't the answer. He wants to stop the drugs from coming in instead. And he believes there's a simple solution.
Build the wall. A lot of that stuff has come across the border. Build the dang wall. It takes $105 billion to support the illegals we have and $50 billion to build a fence. I went to Burns High School, and that's still easy math.
He says it's not a perfect solution, and it won't make the drug problem go away overnight, but he thinks building a wall will limit the amount of drugs coming into the upstate.
I don't care that, nobody cares that immigrants come in. We don't care about that. Come in the front door. Come in the front door and do like we do.
The border wall is currently the key issue in the government shutdown, and many Democratic legislators have agreed that border security is a concern, but they don't think a wall is the answer.
I think there's bipartisan agreement that we should be doing that and to use other technology to protect the border in other ways. The president says the only way to do it is with a wall. That's a debate that we have, but it was no debate that we all agree that protecting our border is a responsibility we have, and that has always been the case.
In addition to the border wall, Sheriff Chuck Wright also believes that stricter laws and more rehab opportunities would help curb the drug problems here in Spartanburg County. Reporting live, Kayla Conboy, Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news.